This is for those that feel like they missed their opportunity. Coming out of Proverbs chapter 5. Coming out of Proverbs chapter 5, starting at verse 10 in the TPT version. Why would you let strangers take away your strength while the labors of your house go to someone else? Have you felt like your labor's been going to someone else? And I know Pastor Scripture was talking about being promiscuous. But when you grow old, you are grown in anguish and shame as sexually transmitted diseases consume your body. And then finally, you'll admit that you were wrong and say, if only I had listened to wisdom's voice and not stubbornly demanded my own way, because my heart hated to be told what to do. Why didn't I take seriously the warning of my wise counselors? Why was I so stupid to think that I could get away with it? Now I'm totally disgraced and my life is ruined. I'm paying the price for the people of the congregation are now my judges.
I think that's the midlife crisis. When you get about 40, you start looking back on your life and you say, man, if I just would have listened. I remember asking my brother when he turned 40, what would you tell your younger self? And he said, I just wish I knew now. I knew then. He said, I knew then what I know now. And I think that's that midlife crisis. I just wish I knew then what I know now. But I think when you read this First Corinthians, it's what God is saying. If you feel like you missed those opportunities,
and you ruined your life by bad decisions,
that it's not
there's
over.
a wisdom of God that's higher than the wisdom of man. And it may sound foolish what we're going to share with you, but it's not over.
It's not over.
It's not over.
Yeah.
So
you just got to get yours another way,
right?
The supernatural way. Because you probably saying, I'm too old. I don't want to go back to school. I'm 60. I don't want to go back to school.
But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you how powerful it is, because some of the richest people in the world are still thriving. Warren Buffett, he's old. In his old age, he's not just wealthy sitting down somewhere. He's still running corporations.
Right.
Trump still run. You might not like him, but they still rolling. They come on now. People with great ministries. I mean, Kenneth Copeland Ministries. He running a thriving ministry worldwide. 80-something years old. Pop. Leroy Thompson running a worldwide ministry, almost 80 years old. What are you talking about? The more information you know now for the second half of your life, we in our 60s now. And the information that we have now to live we're looking to do 120, no less. You know? So with the information you have now, you're able to leverage it now. And so this wisdom and this knowledge and this understanding that we have on this side of the cross.
Right. I just want to read that first part in Proverbs, because this person felt like they made all these mistakes. So now life is over.
Right.
But life isn't over.
Life just begun.
Life just begun. So you want to read that in 1 Corinthians?
1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 18. We're going to verse 31. To preach the message of the cross seems like sheer nonsense to those who are on their way to destruction. But to us who are saved, being saved, I like that. God is steady delivering you. You know, Psalm 91 said he will give you, with long life will he satisfy you and show you his salvation. God's going to show you his deliverance power no matter what bad decisions that you made.
It's never too late.
It's never too late. You being saved, it is the mighty power of God released within us. For it is written, I will dismantle the wisdom of the wise, and I will invalidate the intelligence of the scholars. So where is the wise philosopher who understands? Where is the expert scholar who comprehends? And where is the skilled debater of our time who could win a debate with God? Hasn't God demonstrated that the wisdom of this world system is utter foolishness? For in his wisdom, God designed that all the world's wisdom would be insufficient to lead people to the discovery of himself. He took great delight I want to say the discovery of not God, the discovery of Himself, how
Right.
God designed you. The devil trying to lead you away from how God designed you, which is more than a conqueror, triumphant, joint heir with Jesus Christ, blessed with the blessing of the Lord that make it rich and add no sorrow with it. And to your point, God got away. And the feeble things of God have proven to be far more powerful than any human ability. Brothers and sisters, consider who you were when God called you to salvation. Not many of you were scholars by human standards, nor were many of you in positions of power. Not many of you were considered the elite when you answered God's call, but God chose those whom the world considers foolish to shame those who think they are wise. And God chose the puny and powerless to shame the high and mighty. He chose the lowly, the laughable in this world's eyes, nobodies, so that he would shame the somebodies. For he chose what is regarded as insignificant in order to supersede what is regarded as prominent, so that there would be no place for prideful boasting in God's presence. For it is not from man that we draw our life, but from God, as we are being joined to Jesus, the Anointed One. And now he is our God given wisdom, our virtue, our holiness, and our redemption. And this fulfills what is written: if any man boast, let him only boast in all that the Lord has done.
That's awesome, because we know I always say, however you attain something, that's what you're gonna preach.
Right.
So when you get something through God's way, you're gonna preach Christ and Him crucified. You got it through the cross. You know what I mean? We didn't get it through man's wisdom. We didn't get it through education. That's why every time we look back at our life, we can't say nothing but God. Nothing but God.
Through the wisdom
It's
of God.
trusting in God. In God we trust. And you can get that shirt from pursuitownpassion.com. That's Pursue on OWN passion.com.
In
Get
God
your
we
In
trust.
God we trust.
It's ironically that they put that on the money, right? If you truly trust God, we can show you the money.
Show me the money. Show me the money. Homeboy say, McGuire,
Mm-hmm.
show me the money.
And remember that you are
Happy,
happy, healthy,
love,
fit, and forgiven. God bless.